Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown. It's the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Well, we're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Let's take this at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Get it. 19.
This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt in it for the first time. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Check smash. Check smash. Let's go.
Now run it down to the pistol. Kronsky-Merritt. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down.
Back. Back to 60.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ready? Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready?
2nd down and 10. Daniels. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hawk 70.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He sent it out wide to Samuel. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A run, it's Kronsky-Merritt. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Set. Liking 18. Ready.
The first carry now for the rookie out of Virginia Tech. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kick, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Commanders getting their first red zone look. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And that zone lead goes nowhere. They didn't even get back to the line. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ball game.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bronco 80.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Ready? Let's go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Game's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. Now, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready?
Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle, still going. The stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
They run. It's Krosky Merritt. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
60, 70 Lions.
Krosky Merritt.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, okay? Defense broke through so quickly, they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
At the 2-yard line.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Set. Steady.
Here's Krosky Merritt. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders stretch their early lead to 9. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, you look like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders go up 10-zip here in the first.
Bears nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Into the hands of Duvernay. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Chicago.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. One play action, Williams. Big strike here to Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears finish off their opening drive. DJ Moore, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Austin Eckler on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Austin Eckler on the return. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Cook.
Run now with Krosky Merritt. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13.
Ready.
Here's Krosky Merritt on the carry. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this third down.
Come on. Set. Vikings. Go.
To throw, Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. It's the same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Eckler now to return it. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Ready, ready.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Daniels now. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Play action now with Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And 16 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
Trying again following the set. Setting up the screen. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
19. Ready.
Throwing now, Daniels. He lets one fly deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
What is on?
Williams from the gun. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On play action, here's Williams. On the move, hit it right. He's keeping it. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. 1st and 10 from the 41.
What is that?
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they get this down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. And it's the Bears who have first and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Williams off the play fake. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one, so they're keeping the football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Here we go, second and very long. Short pass brought in. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Has his man caught by Odunze. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Back to Swift. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears will extend their lead as time expires in the half. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Santos now for the extra point. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Gay to kick off for Washington.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Devin Duvernay to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. To throw is Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Johnson gets it on first and 10. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Williams to throw. Set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That one's nabbed by Komet. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Nearly broke even, but the defenders followed that zone read well, and it's going to cost them about a yard. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Running for it, it's Swift. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They send a receiver in motion right. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. 5 yards on that play, but 3rd and goal is still going to be longer than they'd like.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Romadunze touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now, to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Eckler now to return it. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Finds him on the slant. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On the set.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Set up. Let go.
Daniels on 1st down. We've got a screen to the running back. It's a small gain up to the 38. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Again, Daniels to the air. Nabs along that sideline. Samuel. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
A gain of
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Washington, first down.
Ready?
First and
To
10.
the air again, Daniels. Back quickly to McLaurin. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Terry McLaurin.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Now Daniels off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Daniels is going to throw again. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Second and 10, still at the 28.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Edwards on the tackle.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker.
And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Commanders 17. Matt Gay to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10. Williams will look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, here's Swift. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss, we've got second and 11.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. They motion the tight end over. First down throw by Williams. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They bring their tight end left. First down, Williams. That's more of the catch out left. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They run the counter with Swift. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst of quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
What is up?
Going to run again with Swift. And he gets in, touchdown. The Bears make it a 3-score game in the 4th. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Bears push their lead to 18.
Commanders 17.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31.
Deputy! Liking 18!
Daniels from the pistol. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, shot! Bronco 80! Let go!
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They're going to run here. Kyle Monunga. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
What is it up?
Young guy with it. quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
It's only a gain of one. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing third and long. Setting up for the kneel down on third. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. So the Bears take this one on the road. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners. As with that, we sign off from D.C.